Hi again. So this is a more detailed uh, illustration and simulation about how we can achieve all angles of incidence of the light hitting the PV sample with the gimbals. Now I modeled this configuration, sketched a little while ago, and it features those red micro-manipulators that are quite big, and they are kind of in the way of the light. We now have a better idea of how to make these manipulators stand out of the way and have all the possible angles of incidence on the PV sample with the light. So the requirement was that the light should be from top, because it was hard to place and manipulate and modulate. And these are all the configuration I proposed. Okay, all the possible configurations. Of course, the configurations where we can move the light are not good anymore, so these are obsolete. Also this, I kind of illustrated here the first proposed configuration with a 360-degree rotation along the z-axis and 90-degree or 180-degree tilt along one or the other axis. And this was a still simulation, so it's not a animation, so it was kind of confusing, and I think people didn't understand it. It was my attempt to illustrate what I did illustrate in 3D animated simulation last video I did. If you remember these schematic simplistic views. Okay, so the story is that this configuration was chosen by the client, and it required that, I'm sorry, just let me go back in time. Okay, so it was required that this was the configuration needed, but with the light from top. Okay, so I made here an illustration of that. So we have the same configuration, but this time with the light on top. Okay, just excuse me, I have a small problem here. So let's see what this does. In fact, this is the same thing as having this configuration. As you can see, we can rotate 360. I'm gonna simulate that right away. Can rotate this 360, and we can tilt it (180), like so and like so. Okay, but as we said in the previous video with this example here, this simplistic view, okay, no matter what angle of tilt we have, if we change the angle of rotation, the incidence is the same for the given tilt angle. Okay, you change the tilt and the incidence will change, but then you rotate, you can rotate it one full turn and the incidence stays the same for the given angle of tilt, just as in this example. So, to achieve all possible angles of incidence, we need something like this, which is the same thing as in this example, but the whole thing is turned 90 degrees and the light is from the top, which in turn is the same thing as in the first example. Okay, with the light from the top. Okay, and now if we simulate this, sorry, we will change the angle of tilt 45 degrees, and then the other angle of tilt and as you can see, we have more possibilities of incidence angles, because now the light can hit, sorry, excuse me, the light can hit the sample anywhere from this angle, from this side, and from this side. And if we get those red micro-manipulators out of the way, we can also hit the sample with light from this side, so we can achieve all possible incidence angles as in this example. Okay, so if the requirement is to have all possible angles of incidence, then this configuration or this configuration is not good enough, because we can only hit the sample with light from this angle and then from this angle, but there is no way to tilt the sample this way to hit it with light from this angle and this angle. And that's it for today's show, folks. Hope you enjoyed, and see you all next time. Bye now.